What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a dynamite video today. We are playing the Lord of the Rings Rise to War. In today's video, we are doing the Commander Spotlight for Glasha. In this video, we are talking about the best gear, the best units, and the best skills to run with Glasha. Get excited. All right. So, first things first, Glasha is an Orc. Glasha is an Orc Strategist, which means Glasha gains +2 skill points, some bonus focus, and bonus elemental damage, okay? You will want those skill points because Glasha is a very skill point heavy builder, all right? So the higher respect level, the stronger you're going to be, more so than some other commanders, all right? Stat-wise, Glasha has plus 0.63 might per level, very, very, very low for a tier 2. Plus 2.26 focus per level. This is very, very high for a tier 2. It might actually be the highest tier 2 that I've seen that I can think of right now. And then for speed, we're at 1.12 per level, so a little bit below average on the speed. Now, this is really key because Glasha's speed is a big decider in Glasha's combat build, okay? And we'll talk about why in a second. Even though Glasha has immensely high focus, I'm not going to really run a lot of focus with Glasha with the build I'm going to outline for you now, so get excited, okay? Gear-wise, you're going to want to stack speed. You're going to want as much speed as possible, as well as unit damage, okay? So Cutlass is going to be great. Scout's Mail, the speed bonus is going to be great. Something with Shroud would be appropriate as well. Horseman's Helmet for stun immunity, might, and speed. And then Drums of Moria again for more damage and speed, okay? Lots of speed all the way around. So you can see that with this gear maxed out, I've got plus 121 speed. I've got plus 39.42 focus and plus 95 might, okay? Skill-wise, all right, this is where it's interesting. Glasha has some unique skills and abilities that only Glasha has. No one else has them, okay? First, Glasha has the Caribbean of Mount Fang. This thing is very interesting. This is why we're focusing on speed for this part of the build. For the first 3 rounds, Glasha will reduce the damage enemies deal based on Glasha's speed stat, okay? And we all know the first 4 rounds of the fight are the most important rounds of the fight. The more troops you can kill faster, or the more of your own troops that you can keep alive, you will be in a much better place as the rounds progress. The next skill that is also based on speed is the Raven's Feast. The Raven's Feast is going to give you plus 16% damage dealt to the enemies, modified by the speed stat. This is going to end up somewhere in the 20 to 30 damage range, depending on your speed. This is going to end up somewhere in the 35 to 45 reduced damage dealt, depending on your speed, okay? So very, very strong abilities for the first 3 rounds of the fight. Next, if you have more skill points, Hamstring is going to be super duper valuable, okay? I really like Hamstring on Glasha because Glasha has the White Hand ability, okay? So Hamstring is going to, as the fight progresses, be very, very strong. So even though you lose this bonus going into round 4, by the time round 4 comes around, the enemy is at minus 28% speed and minus 28% defense. So you're still not losing. The White Hand, this is the Uruk-hai-specific tree that Ugluk and Lurtz have, okay? This is a very strong Uruk-hai tree. It's going to give plus physical damage stacking at 5% per round. This, again, going into round 4, now you have plus 20% damage from this. You have minus 28% speed and defense from this. So you're in a good place going into round 4 to really put down a hurt, okay? Then we have Untiring to just reduce the overall damage that your units receive, okay? Combined with Survival Barrier for a nice heal nuke in round 6. Now, this is very interesting. This is going to be more survivability than Saruman's Berserker build or Sniper build or otherwise some other Uruk-hai unit build. More survivability, I would say a little bit less damage because the damage bonus drops off, and reducing defense is great, but it's not quite as nice as the damage bonus. So I'd say a little bit less damage output than Saruman, a little bit higher defensive talents than Saruman. And the nice thing is the Assassin tree with 3 points, you can put, or 4 points, 2 points in here. You can put 1 point in Plague for an anti-heal, and then 1 point in Corrupting Curse for the Madness trigger, okay? So I really do like that. Now, you may see this messenger tree and go, oh my goodness, that's so nice. It's interesting. I'm not a particularly big fan of these abilities. Silence just pushes the skill to the next round, right? This is just a static minus whatever, 30%. What's, hang on, 50%, I don't know. Calculator. Let's get out the calculator. I can't do math today. I'm a little bit under the weather. A little bit sicky poo, as I would tell my daughters. Okay, so 4.2 times 7 equals 30, pretty much. So this is just minus 30 might and focus on the enemy. It's interesting. Combined with Messenger, you'll definitely reduce and just completely annihilate commanders like Dwalin, who rely on the auto attack. But other than that, it's really not that strong of a tree. So if you are fighting a lot of Dwalins who are just ripping through, and by the way, Dwalin without the Messenger tree would be a good counter for this build, because Dwalin isn't going to be affected by this damage mitigation for the first 3 rounds, and Dwalin absolutely chunks his way through low defense units like Uruk-hai. All right, so those are the skills. I would recommend sticking to these 2, maxing this one, maxing this one. Now we're at 44 points. 4 points down here, so now we're at 48 points, right? So at 48 points, at respect level 5 as a strategist with 4 proficiency, so 4, 5, 6, you're going to have 11 bonus points. So with 61 points left, you can put 7 points in hamstring and potentially grab some on the heel, okay? So that is the video, ladies and gentlemen, as far as, actually, I didn't talk about units, did I? That is the first portion of the video. The next portion of the video, we'll talk about units. Now, Glasha, of course, you're going to want to run Uruk-hai units. There's no debate about it. All right? The question is, do you run physical, or do you run alchemists, or do you run snipers? Hard to decide. Honestly, with the damage bonuses and the damage mitigations that Glasha provides, snipers are going to be uniquely strong with Glasha. Okay, because they are going to really benefit from the early rounds of keeping from getting exploded on their face, because they're just so squishy with no HP and defense. I'm actually looking forward to trying a sniper build with Glasha, in which case I would switch my gear, right? I would switch my gear away from these 2 melees. I'd drop the Cutlass, I'd drop the Drums of Moria, I'd grab the other helmet here, and maybe try some ranged, like with the Uruk crossbow. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah. So you can use a Reckoning with +3 attack, or you can drop down and use, well, you know what else would be interesting? Running the Cruel Hook. This is a new weapon that just came out this season. Honestly, the Cruel Hook with the defensive bonuses that Glasha gives could be uniquely strong for Glasha. To have a double strike with melee blitz, as well as enormous plus attack from your berserkers, the Cruel Hook could be best in slot for Glasha with berserkers. However, if you do want to run range, like I said, Reckoning's good. Uruk crossbow will get you where you want to go, okay? And that's the video, folks. I mean, that's it. A lot of stuff to try out as I continue to level Glasha up. Glasha's only level 14, so I'll be leveling Glasha up very soon and seeing what's cooking in the kitchen, all right? I love you all a long time. Like and sub, Randy out.